Welcome to East Harlem in New York City. East Harlem has always been a culturally diverse neighborhood. Today, East Harlem is home to over 123,000 people, the Hispanic population making up 50% of that. In East Harlem, 26% of the people are foreign-born, and 20% have limited English proficiency. East Harlem residents face many challenges, with education being high on the list. According to a 2015 New York City Health Profile, 26% of East Harlem residents have less than a high school education. However, right here in the middle of East Harlem is a school that's working to change these numbers from the bottom up, and doing it with the implementation of technology in the classroom. Welcome to St. Paul's School. St. Paul's has been educating students since 1870, and their students have gone on to careers in medicine, engineering, social work, education, and many other fields. As times have changed and teaching has evolved, St. Paul's has done so as well. Today, St. Paul's School is led by Principal Dr. Joseph Macente. Dr. M, along with his staff, uses every bit of resource and help it can to provide the very best for its students and families. One of those resources is coaching, and Educate LLC coach Corey Kindelman is an integral part of the team that helps make St. Paul's such a special place. As you can imagine, with the dedication of Dr. M, the staff, and Corey, academic results were inevitable. The students' test scores have risen dramatically. To achieve results like these, the St. Paul's team focused on using technology and other tools to identify students' needs for growth and to fill those skill gaps. As you can imagine, achieving these type of student results took the commitment of the entire team, and Corey was right there, supporting the teachers the entire way. Recently, as technology became an even more important tool in the classroom, St. Paul's responded again. Led by Dr. M, St. Paul's School is ahead of the curve in implementing a one-to-one Chromebook program for its students. This program has produced great results, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. But first, let's review how the one-to-one program came to be. In March of 2017, Dr. M knew that he wanted to implement a one-to-one Chromebook program for his middle school students. He met with Bob Flanagan from Educate LLC and Frank Leone from CDI Computers to discuss his ideas and goals for the program.
I'm not a technology guy. I love technology. I support it. I embrace it. But I'm not a good nuts and bolts technology guy. And I think part of our success is I recognize that. And Educate really filled in that gap. And this is what's going to happen. Your child's going to get and keep a Chromebook and a charger. And all the things that we do during the school day and at home, school-wise, will be on that Chromebook. So, if we want to prepare our kids for high school and beyond, we need to jump on board with the technology piece of the puzzle. So one-on-one Chromebooks seem to me to be a really step in that direction.
Together, they collaborated on every detail of the program, from the device, a pre-rollout parent information night, the preparation of the devices before delivery, the delivery and deployment, the program curriculum and content, the initial professional development for the school staff, and the ongoing teacher training. When the meeting was over, they had put together a comprehensive plan for the St. Paul's School one-to-one Chromebook program.
The parents were amazingly supportive. I have a couple of parents who are in the tech business, and they were so happy about this. And it really took off. It really, really did. It took off more than I thought it would.
Now that the planning was complete, it was time to get the plan moving. The next step was the preparation and delivery of the Chromebooks. CDI Computers configured all the devices before they were shipped to the school, so that when they arrived, the setup was already completed. Next was the Parent Chromebook Information Night at the school. Frank from CDI presented Chromebooks to the parents, and Dr. M presented how the devices would be used to help student achievement. Now that all the pre-programmed details were complete, it was time to get the one-to-one Chromebook program started. The students received their Chromebooks, and the first regional Catholic school one-to-one Chromebook program in Manhattan was off and running. With Corey's on-site support, the teachers and students flourished in the new environment. The results showed great student enthusiasm and engagement in learning, and the program allowed the staff to meet the needs of all learners. The program results have been powerful to everyone involved.
Engagement in my classroom has really improved since we introduced these one-to-one Chromebooks. They could really interact with whatever concepts that I've been teaching, and definitely they could reinforce the concepts I've been teaching.
And the kids love it. The kids have that extra technology chromosome that we weren't born with, and they love it. So when you can link something that they like to learning, that's half the battle right there.
Well, definitely the biggest difference I see is whereas last year when I would make an assignment that had to be completed online, sometimes the students were not able to complete those assignments because they didn't have access to any kind of computers, or maybe their phones weren't able to do the job. So when they have the Chromebooks, anytime I assign something for homework that needs to be done online, they can do those projects.
And I think the students are really getting used to making technology part of their day. So instead of walking in, opening up a textbook and taking out your pencil, they open up their Chromebook and they sign on to Google Classroom and they're ready to go. So I think it's just become part of them. It's become part of their learning, part of who they are, part of their day, part of their education.
Well, now that they have this consistent access to technology, they can get right into it if I give an assignment. Before, some students might have been a little more apprehensive about starting an assignment if they didn't know how to use the website or they didn't know how to use the technology, but now everybody kind of gets into the flow of it.
So the teachers were able to look at each child and make changes based on what they saw with the data.
The one-to-one Chromebook rollout has made my life a lot easier because of the Google Classroom system. Google Classroom allows you to really organize and keep track of your classroom, so you can see who has completed an assignment. You could grade assignments on Google Classroom. You could keep track of when you've assigned something, and it's really great.
As you can see, when it comes to the education of his students, Dr. M is not willing to settle or accept mediocrity. His dream for his students to have an innovative, one-to-one Chromebook program that increased student engagement and achievement has become a reality. Although he wasn't a Chromebook expert, his collaboration and partnership with Educate LLC and CDI Computers helped him implement the program that he had envisioned for his students. So the next time you think about East Harlem, don't forget about St. Paul's School, where technology and innovation are leading the way to student achievement.